Good evening, everybody. Uh, let's see. Let me get where's my chat comments? Let's see. Who do we got in here? We have Marianne Bimler, Old Man King Homestead. Adventure awaits. It's my buddy Chris. We've got Evelyn Newman and Andale Homestead. And what? That looks like Heather's logo, but it says DJ's family and friends. Rebecca Touched by Yarn is in here. And Scotty Too Hottie. There's Irene Turner. I haven't seen you in a while, but I remember you. There's Backroad Freedom. I was just talking to him. And Hiking with Jackie Boy. Good evening. And Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. I just skipped over someone. Oh, no judgment here with Tish Ross. How did I skip over that one? Okay, and then there's Our Mountain Home. So this is an open mic again, and I would like to see people come up and tell us about your channel, tell us about your week, how things going. Seems like everybody's sick. I know my nephews came up from North Carolina to visit this week, and both of them were sick. One of them got even sicker, and I was around them, and and my dad's been sick, and I'm surrounded, but fortunately, I usually can fight off a cold. So we got Andale is in here. That's right. She got her hair done. That was good. That looked good.
I did. I got my hair done and put my lipstick on just to come and say hello.
And you didn't even put your jammies on before it was.
I did not, especially for you to be able to come in and say hello to everybody. I stayed out of bed a little bit.
Yeah, I want you coming in.
That's right. He said, try to stay out of your jammies. I'm sorry. I'm turning my phone off because I'm scared there's some reverb there.
Yeah.
So anyway, it looks like you have lots of good friends here. Hey.
Yeah.
Hiking with Jackie Boy
was in here, and there's MT Homestead. I was in your live MT Homestead. I just was not feeling the mood for chatting tonight.
Yeah.
I didn't much in I was in Pretty and Pooches too. I didn't chat very much though.
There's something about today. I'm not feeling all that chatty. Hey, Wanda Henry and Evelyn Newman and Our Mountain Home, Marianne Bimler, Heather Landstrom.
If I use your cup, does it make up for an MT Homestead?
Are you a member over there? I am a member. And Simply Dan was giving away the memberships like cars. You get a membership and you get a membership. So that was sweet. Very, very kind of her. Very kind.
Yeah, Leonard.
Yep, Amy from Leonard Mountain Homestead, Amy and Chris. Yep. I hope that they're better. They had that bug that everybody and their brother has had.
In the world. What is
How are you feeling being around your family and then your father was not well?
Well, I don't know. I don't know that my dad was sick. I think he got into some dust, and sometimes dust will mess him up. Because we were cleaning where we were, our construction area. And I think the dust might have gotten hold of him.
Well, better than a virus, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Still makes you feel like crud.
See, not only were they sick, they come up to visit us and they were sick, and then, they were gonna get my niece and come and pick me up and go to my sister's house. Well, my lights were flickering on and off like crazy because we were having some real bad windstorms.
Yeah.
And I almost felt bad leaving because with the flickering, I was kind of concerned about certain things. It could start a fire, couldn't it? If it got too bad. I don't know. It seemed
anything's possible.
It sounded
Butler Family Farm.
So we left, and then we got there, and we were at my sister's house for about maybe a half an hour, and their lights went out.
Oh, no.
And then my parents called and said the lights are completely out. They're done. And it was that for at least 5 or 6 hours for my parents. And then my sister just got her power back about maybe 5 hours ago.
Wow.
So that was a long time to go without power.
Well, it was a long time to go without power. It must have been the wind knocking utility poles or something, or
something like
that.
The store that's across the street from me, they have that, the rubber membrane type roof because it's a flat roof. It was all flapped over into the front of their.
Oh no, poor things.
So we got somebody else in the green room you might want to talk to. I don't know if
that's great.
But you
okay. I'm always up to meet new friends.
You know this one. Hey,
hi.
Hey, everyone.
How you doing?
Ann, how are you tonight?
I'm great. I hope you are too.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay warm. It's a little bit on the chilly side here tonight.
Oh, I'm sure.
It is negative 3.2 right now.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty. That's pretty chilly.
It doesn't matter to me much. I work inside, and I'm inside all the time in the wintertime anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's not uncommon for it to be negative 20 or colder here. So negative 3, not bad.
We have not had any snow to even worth talking about this year. I think in the end of October, we had like maybe 6 inches once. And then since then, we've only had like enough to cover the grass, and that's it. And it would stay for a day and leave. I haven't even put the plow on yet.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think you'll need to this year.
No.
You don't think so? I mean, like next week, it's supposed to be some kind of crazy polar vortex where everybody is freezing and getting strange. I mean, I live in northeastern North Carolina. So if I see one snowflake, and Dale's inside the house. I don't drive in it. We roll up the sidewalks. We sell out of bread and eggs and milk. And no, I'm not any good in it. I'm dangerous. So I just don't bother others. I stay home as soon as I see one flake. And, but they said that we might even get some next week.
You did get some high winds and rain, didn't you?
We did. We got some pretty high winds.
What in the world?
What do you have on?
I was trying to turn my camera around, but I don't know how to do that on here.
Well, that looks like an interesting headpiece you have there, sir.
Yeah, it's a light.
Okay. Oh,
I'm grilling steaks right now.
No.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh,
interesting.
Wow, that looks good. So I actually asked both of you to come up specifically because I wanted to see Ann. I didn't have any specific reason to talk to her. I just want to see her.
That's good.
And then Bill, well, I want to see him too, but he's had a couple of changes on his channel you might want to talk about. Or, I didn't actually talk to you about that, so maybe you don't. That's up to you.
No, I don't mind.
So why don't you start with the fact that your channel name is different?
Okay, let me get inside.
Yeah.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Good.
Yeah.
And that was quite a difference on that hairdo. You showed it before and after. I was like, wow.
Wasn't that something? Went from straw to decent. But yeah, my daughter-in-law does amazing things. Okay, he's sitting back down and settled
Yes,
now.
I'm back.
Tell us about what's going on.
Well, I changed my channel name. It was Alaska's Last Frontier Homestead. Now it's just My Alaska. And there's a few different reasons for changing it. I've noticed on YouTube a short channel name is better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Alaska's Last Frontier Homestead, way too long. Another reason, everybody messed up saying it. Like,
Yeah.
and like, I'm not mad about it or anything. Just, I mean, everyone just was messing it up. So that played into it. And then probably the biggest one is no one understood Last Frontier.
Hmm.
Alaska's nickname is the Last Frontier State.
Right.
It's the last
Some
wilderness on
I know.
Earth. It's the last great wilderness where there's actually wild animals and unexplored areas and stuff like that, basically. So
Gotcha.
that's why it's the Last Frontier.
I
But
watched
no
it,
one understood it. So
now I know everything about Alaska.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I started my channel out as Andale Homestead in the Colony. And
Right.
people got past Andale and went, what? That's a long name, woman. You know, so.
Well, Bill, I'll have to say that I made it. That was a quick. It was an easy change. I think that people will pick up on that really fast.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, I'm already using it.
Right. And they do. I mean, quickly. They do. You know.
And then go ahead, Ann. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying people, I mean, they probably nicknamed you in the chat My Alaska anyway, or, you know, something.
A lot of people call me just Alaska.
Yeah. To just Alaska, just to shorten things, because they didn't, when you're on your phone and you're trying to type all these long names in the chats, it's like, oh no, I can't do that. So,
and then a little bit that did play into changing the name also is I have a second channel called Digging Alaska.
Okay.
And
aren't you brave?
It's for my excavator. I'm going to start doing excavator work this summer. So I created a channel for it, and it's called Digging Alaska, which kind of has a couple plays on the name there.
Yep.
So changing the name to My Alaska plays right along with Digging Alaska.
It does.
So
people love watching that big equipment and digging stuff.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, and I have absolutely nothing in common with it. Have never even sat on a big machine, but I love watching that stuff. And our son is a mulcher and has a lot of that big equipment.
Right.
And it's like watching a train wreck. You can't look away. It's just
it's just fascinating just to sit there and watch it.
It really is. So,
and I had never been on a piece of heavy equipment until last summer, summer of 2022, when I moved onto the property and rented an excavator to start putting in my driveway. That was the first time ever I used any type of heavy equipment.
So, oh my gosh, and they let you rent it.
Yeah, they'll let anyone rent the stuff. They're insured.
How about you, Brian? Have you run? Oh, I'm sorry. You want to get in the chat?
I wanted to mention that Brenda Bozeman was in here, and I'm not familiar with that one. So hi, and thank you for coming in.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
Oh, you know Brenda. Do you know Brenda?
I don't know Brenda.
I mean, the name sounds familiar.
And what else? Oh, I made a comment about DJ Turner, DJ's family, friends, travel, and more having this similar. They have similar icons. So it messed me up for a second with Heather Landskron. I mean, I see them right there next to each other.
I can't see anybody's icon hardly. There's just little teeny tiny little circles. I mean, I see kind of a blur of it, but because a lot of people talk about that. Can you see those clearly, Brian?
Yeah, they're at least almost 3/4 of an inch. Well, maybe not. They're more than a half inch in diameter on my computer.
Oh, I'm doing something
Yeah,
wrong.
it depends on your computer. How
Okay.
big of a monitor do you have, and then how
Okay, because mine are like the size of the tip of my finger, maybe. You know,
you can make the resolution on your screen to be like 125%, 150%, and it blows it up a lot bigger.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes a little more sense. I was thinking that, I mean, I know my eyes are going bad, but really. Oh gosh, yeah.
So Bill, when is your travel video coming out?
Well, Brian, I got some bad news for you.
What?
It's not coming out for some time.
What is that?
So,
I mean,
well, for the people who don't know, I spent pretty much the last 3 weeks in Pennsylvania, where I'm originally from.
yeah.
And I was putting together a travel video and stuff, and I got up here last weekend, like early Saturday morning. I got back home here. And yesterday during lunchtime, I saw my computer needed a BIOS update. So I installed the BIOS update, and it crashed my computer, and it won't work now.
Oh no.
I called HP tech support, and we tried several things and could not get it to boot up right. And they said, well, your computer's out of date. If you want it fixed, you can send it back, and you got to pay for it though, and we'll fix it for you. And I said, no, I'm not paying for it. It was your update that crashed my computer. I didn't ask for the update. You got to pay for it. The guy's like, sorry, that's not the way it works. I'm like, can I talk to your supervisor? The supervisor called me back a little bit later and basically said the same exact thing. And I'm like, look, if I get a notice that Toyota wants to update the computer in my truck, I take it in, they update it, and now it won't start up. Toyota's paying for whatever it needs to do to get my truck to run again. Well, yeah. They said, yeah, they understand that, but that's not how it works with computers, basically. I'm like, well, I'm not paying for this, and you guys will end up paying for it.
Oh.
And the supervisor was like, well, I can see if one of the high level tech engineers can help you out with it. I'm like, fine. He's like, okay, I'll put in the request. You'll hear from them by Friday of this week. Well, this morning I get an email from this engineer guy. We get on the phone together, and he's like, so I hear your computer won't start up. I'm like, that's right. I was installing a BIOS update that you guys sent to me, and now it won't start up. And he's like, okay, I'll send you a box out. You can ship it back. We'll pay for it and get it fixed for you.
That sounds good for you.
Yeah. I mean, no arguing, no nothing. He was just basically like, okay, it won't start. I'll send you a box. We'll pay for it to get fixed.
Oh my gracious. That's awesome.
He said the box should be here in 2 days, but where I live, it's usually 3 or 4. So
yeah.
sometime maybe this weekend I'll get the box and I'll get my computer sent out. So that's why I can't do any editing. All I have is a really old laptop that works perfect for watching videos and on the internet and stuff, but it just cannot edit videos. It's like click on something, walk away for 5 minutes, come back, move the mouse around, come back 5 minutes later, click on something else. It's like that long to do any type of editing for video. So
yeah, I'm sorry.
So it's going to be probably a couple weeks.
But you didn't lose your material. You didn't lose your video.
Well,
It's on your phone still, right?
No, all that video. Well, except what you and I did. I actually met up with Brian at a restaurant and we had dinner and did a little video thing. But all the other video is on my computer, and the engineer said they might have to factory reset everything.
Oh no.
And I asked him about some folders and stuff, and he's like, no, there's no way we can move that stuff over. Like, our engineers aren't allowed to do anything like that. It's like forbidden and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, what if I take it to a computer guy and have him remove the hard drive, take the stuff off I want, and then put the hard drive back in? He's like, that's fine.
Oh.
So I got to run down to Wasilla and take it to the computer guy and have him pull the stuff off the hard drive so I don't lose it.
Oh my
But
gracious.
it's still going to be a couple weeks before I can do any editing or anything. So
I would say I do all my editing on my phone, most 99% of it.
well,
I was going to ask you before the live, is it okay if I show the clip of us?
yeah, I don't care.
And Brian, I wanted to say hello to Brenda Bosman. She said that she doesn't have a channel, but she follows us and says that she met me in Milton, Florida, and that she was 80 years old. Brenda, I remembered your name. I'm so sorry that I didn't know right off the bat who you were. And Milton, Florida was almost 2 years ago. Will be 2 years about a year and a half ago that I went down to Milton. That was a lot of fun to go down there. And Critter Creek says hello to all of us as well.
Hi, Critter Creek. And hi, Brenda.
Oh,
Right.
before I do that, there was somebody I did notice that I was not familiar with, and that is DIY America. That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
It does in the
So thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah.
Hi, DIY America. How are you?
Glad to see you. I've seen them in the chats.
It seems like I have.
Mhm.
But I have to see people I guess I have to see people a handful of times before it registers.
That's right.
Same here, Brian. Same here.
Our time is 10:30. By this time of night, my brain is mush anyway. So, and Brian, I didn't mean to interrupt you, honey. Go ahead and do your video thingy.
You didn't. You can interrupt me.
Thank you. I did want to say hello to Brenda. And
let's see if I even know how to do this. Can I just? I can't remember. Do I just click on it and plays?
You ready? Hey, look at who I met up with. It's Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse on my trip here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and I'm with my Alaska Bill. We're having a great time together. We just went to the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
And now, as Pooch is going to say, or would say, we're going to go crack the barrel.
Well, Brian, thanks for meeting up with me. It was good to see you again.
It was awesome.
Yep.
We had a good 3-hour talk at least.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, we camped out at the
And
table.
we talked about all of you.
Okay. Well, thanks, Brian.
Yep.
Until next time.
Yep, definitely.
that's awesome.
Okay, how do I?
You ready? Hey, look at who I met up with. It's Brian from the Vineyard.
Okay, there we go. What was I going to say about that? I was going to say something about that.
Hey, 9 Acre Family Farm.
Oh, it was more like 6 hours, not 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So you guys just really hit it off as far as being able to have a conversation. That's awesome.
The waitress came up to us and I said, sorry, but he's from Alaska and I'm from New York. We're at almost the complete opposite ends of the United States.
Right.
We're trying to up here.
And they're going to charge you rent for your table.
Hey, Brian, did I tell you what I saw on my drive up there?
No?
I saw something that is extremely rare, an all-white deer.
Oh, yes, you did. You
An
told me.
albino deer.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was albino, but it was an all-white one.
I have heard of
And it was like,
in the
I
neighborhood.
was driving Interstate 79 north, and 30 yards off the highway, and all the brown was this bright white deer standing there.
Wow.
And unfortunately, I was cruising down the highway and interstate, so I couldn't pull over and stop and get video of it or anything. And I did see on Facebook that there are 1 or 2 white deer in that general area. So
Now,
that
tell me,
happened to see it.
I mean, that's the first time I've heard of a white deer being called anything besides an albino deer. Hey, Rebel at Heart, David Moffat.
Well, an albino has to have pink eyes and the pink inner
Okay.
ears and pink nose and stuff like that.
Okay.
But animal can also just be all white, like lacking
be white.
pigment in their hair.
Okay, that
And
makes
not
sense.
truly be albino. So
That
I don't
makes
know if it's truly albino or not.
Okay. Well, still,
I,
that would
I
be
was
kind of
shocked to actually see it. It was
Kind of
amazing.
ghostly. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Let's trade paint. I do.
Rebel at Heart and Let's Trade Paint and 9 Acre Family Farm.
Hi, 9 Acre. How are you tonight?
Thank you so much for coming in.
And Rebecca Touched by Yarn must be in here. So I see someone saying hello to her.
Yeah, I said hi to her.
I was
Okay,
wearing my hat that Rebecca made for me today, and my head
Were
was getting too hot with it on.
good. They are warm hats.
You know, Rebecca, Western New York, and we haven't had cold enough weather to wear a hat yet. That's belief.
Oh gosh. Rebecca says there's a deer called piebald, which is white with color together. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And Petite Jean River Homestead, so she has a video of an all black skunk. It didn't
Ooh.
have the white stripe down the back to be able to
That's
warn
neat.
you that it was a skunk.
I'm pretty sure I said hi to Critter Creek, but I want to make sure I did. So hi. Hi.
Yeah. There you go. There you
He's been doing some amazing work. Oh, and it's out now. I kind of knew about it a little bit in the background of the meetup that's coming up in April.
Yeah, it's the 25th, 26th, 27th, something like that.
Right.
It's in the end of the month, and I'll have to look at the dates again, but I know 28 is one of them.
Okay, 26th, 27th, 28th, probably, because the only reason why that date really sticks in my head is I would love to go. But my Aunt Peg and Uncle Wayne have already reserved a home in Anna Maria Island in Florida that whole week, the 20th through the 27th.
Wow.
And they did that for her nieces and his daughters to be able to come and spend the week. So I'll be in Florida and I can't do both. And, family first. But gosh, I want to be there. I'm telling you, if I could invent a clone machine, clone myself, I would just set a little blank Ann in the corner in Florida and Andale would be heading off.
I do have an avenue to see you sometime, Ann, because my nephews live in. Now I think they're probably about a few hours west of you in North Carolina. They're in Mooresville.
Yep, Mooresville.
Somebody said they were in Mooresville. One of these channels said that
There was somebody that is in Mooresville, and I looked it up, and Mooresville is about 4, 5, 6 hours, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
But,
you never know.
depending on how you're driving and what area, I mean, I don't mind driving a couple of hours to sit down and have a meal with you. That would be fun.
Oh, that would be cool. Well, if there's a group of people, then it would even be more fun. So,
Yep. And Thunderstick Homestead lives not too far.
Mr. Bowen.
from there.
is that him that said Mooresville.
It might be him.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Three makes it almost worth it.
Yeah. 3 does.
Get a couple more and we'll really be worth it.
Oh, he's got his headgear on again. And go check the stakes.
Oh yeah, I gotta check
I
the
haven't
stove.
seen Bowen. How is he doing? Anybody heard from Bowen?
I haven't seen him in the last couple of days. He said he was better, but
He
I
was
haven't
in
seen him.
MT's live tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
was he? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he's doing well.
River Rat Homestead. Hello.
Yeah.
Marion Bimir. And
Now that looks familiar, River Rat Homestead. I don't know why. I'm sure he's probably in somebody else's.
well, he's saying how do to Jackie Boy. Maybe you know him through Jackie Boy's channel.
Maybe. There's Cora Phelps and Carrie Leonard.
Yeah.
Good evening.
I wonder if that's how. Is it Carrie Leonard or
I
Leonard?
you know what I call Leonard's I don't know why I do that. It's Leonard.
It's a lot of people that do that because
Well,
Leonard
it's
Mountain
like-
Homestead
well,
does the same
it's-
thing.
It's an AR, so you want to say R.
Or yeah,
Leonard. But
that's okay.
it's okay.
That's okay. So I have been busy trying to, we branch out a little bit on social media. I have a Facebook channel and I have an Instagram channel, and the Instagram channel is kind of doing a little something these days. And that's been kind of fun. I've been doing some more be readies as far as storm preparedness of things that you may already have in your home that in a pinch you can think out of the box and do and make different things out of them than what they were originally purchased for.
I never thought of sticking a birthday candle into some lard.
I'm so glad you called it lard. Thank you. That's what I call it all the time. And golly gee, they ate me up in the comments. That is not lard. That is vegetable oil. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I heard that too. I heard it, but I called it lard for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's always been lard my whole life. Big old can of Crisco sitting on your grandma's counter and your counter. Get the lard. So,
That's
Look at
what I
that.
know it by.
Digging
Yeah.
Alaska's in here.
I'm sorry.
Digging Alaska's in here.
Okay.
That's my other channel.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. That will be an interesting thing to see because, I mean, you sit and watch heavy equipment, and before you know it, an hour has gone by, and you're going, man, really cool.
Man, I wish I had a YouTube channel when I was doing a lot of the excavating stuff that I had been doing. Because I tore a whole cherry orchard down with the front loader.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was like, well, okay, somebody made a deal with us to do firewood, and then he did so much of it and then bailed out on the deal. So I just took the tractor out there, and
Evelyn.
I mean, to sit there and try to chainsaw all of it would have been kind of a lot of work. So I thought,
Yeah.
I'll just take the front loader and start cracking on them, and it worked. It knocked them out, and then I pushed them into a pile, and it was. We did later have somebody come and pull the stumps.
Okay.
That went very well.
So you know how to run equipment also, Brian?
Yep. I'm
That's so
a
neat.
farmer.
You're a farmer and a tradesman as far as
Oh.
woodworking and remodeling and
I am definitely the definition of jack of all trade. That's for sure.
and what is the official name of someone that runs a vineyard?
Drunk.
I don't know. I never even thought of that.
Because they have the person that does the
Welch's has used to have the Welchkin.
a vineyarder is what DIY Americans said.
Back in the 80s, I would have been called a Welchkin.
Okay. They have the baristas for the coffee. I would figure there would be an official name for someone that runs and tends and carries for a vineyard.
I'm a grape farmer. That's all I've always
There you go.
said.
Like in with Jackie Boy
So
says.
that's probably a name.
I do.
Why not?
Why no? Oh my gracious. David Moffat says everybody needs to play with heavy equipment at least once in their life.
Chris Pinella's in here, and I met him in chat on
Awesome.
Things and stuff, and his name and Wooden Things and stuff is Mike. Some of you may know him. I had him on probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago as a special guest.
Okay. I'm sure I saw it because I have missed very few of your Thursday nights. I might be laying in the bed in the dark in my pajamas with my phone. And in there, no makeup, brush my teeth.
Wednesday. Not Thursday, Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday, sorry. Yeah.
So who have you really been watching?
Yeah, who have I been watching? Oh gosh.
Thursday.
Yeah, you're Wednesday.
Maybe me. I go live on Thursdays normally.
Oh,
I watch you on. I don't watch you all the time.
Good night, Brenda.
But I do watch you as whenever I remember to.
Right. Yeah.
There's
at 9 o'clock.
Okay, go
9
ahead.
o'clock Eastern on Thursdays. I go live. So I'm going to try to go live this week with my
that's right.
Old laptop.
This is the first full week you've been back, right?
Yeah. I didn't go live during the 3 weeks I was gone.
Yeah.
Well, you can do it from your phone as well.
Right.
He was having dinner every night and going hunting and hanging out with his brother and.
Yeah, I met up with Austin from Homesteady YouTube channel and we went pheasant hunting.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
He is.
Got to watch your video to see what happened.
Okay. Yes. Well.
Got to watch my videos. What's that?
Is he going to put anything out or just you?
Not about the pheasant hunting. Him and his family actually came up last summer for like the whole summer and lived off grid. And he did like an hour-long interview with me while I was back in Pennsylvania, asking me all kinds of questions about Alaska and stuff. And I'm going to be in a couple of his videos.
Awesome.
From that interview. So
that's that's wonderful. Well, is he as funny and has the dry sense of humor like he does online? He and his wife.
He's genuine.
Well,
he's genuine.
Some people might not know, Bill, that he actually was at your meetup in Texas.
In Alaska.
That's cool.
It was kind of ironic, and the timing just happened to be perfect. I sent him a couple emails saying, "Hey, I hear you're in Alaska. We're having a YouTube meetup on this date at this place in Alaska. If you can, we would love for you to stop by and say hi to people." Just ironically, the day they were driving through, leaving Alaska, was the same day we were having the meetup. So it was like a 10 or 15 mile detour for them to come to the meetup. That was it.
That's
how
awesome.
Cool is that? It was meant to be.
They swung by for a couple hours, met everyone that was there, and then they had to get going. They had to get to like Tok, Alaska by sundown. So they couldn't stay real long, but they stopped by for a few hours and met everyone. So it was really cool.
That's nice. Well, I mean, a couple of hours too, if it were them and all the children, that was a long time,
Yeah, it was their whole family. Big van with a U-Haul trailer behind it, packed full.
Beverly Moffett came in here.
Hey, Beverly.
Hi,
Good
Beverly.
night, Cora. Yep. And Cora's gone to bed.
Marianne Bimler's here. I see.
Miriam Bimler's always here.
Yes.
She's a good
That's always
supporter.
nice.
She's a nice
That's always
supporter of mine.
So we did anybody, Brian, did you or Bill, did either of you have, did that storm come through in your area, Bill? There was a winter storm. We are on the coast of North
He was already
Carolina,
home by then. He was
And-
already home by then.
and we are kind of used to hurricanes and
Right.
things like that. But we always have so much warning that it's not really a big deal to us most of the time. By the time it gets to northeastern North Carolina, it's pretty much done what it's going to do, or either it's just beginning to gear back up to hit the north. So, but this one that came through, I mean, it was like a hurricane in the wintertime, which was weird. It was thundering and lightning, and the wind was blowing like crazy for hours and hours and hours. It was and we lost a tree or two. And I was just curious if you had had any of that system come through your area.
No, I was staying a little bit north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and a few days or so we had snow in the mornings, just flurries a couple times in the afternoon. That was it. No storm, no bad winds, nothing.
Okay, good. How about you, Brian? Did you have the wind?
Oh, he had the wind, and we went to Walmart probably around 5. Was it even 5 o'clock? No, I'm sorry. Boy, a mile off. It was probably around 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and we went to Walmart, and they had all the trucks there for the electric company, and
They did.
they gathered them all. I don't know exactly what they were doing because they were just sitting there, but there was at least a good 30 trucks.
Okay, yeah.
There was a lot going on.
I have a really good friend that works for the electric company, and he works storm work, and that's what they do. They drive in packs following storms, and they wait for something to happen for the electricity to go out, and then they're right there to get it back up. So
Yeah, I told them that they were probably just sitting by waiting for what their orders are.
yeah, and
They knew it was going to happen.
spend a lot of time on their phones at that time. And so Beverly Moffett had hard rain, and River Rat Homestead got the winter part of it. Heather Landscombe had the wind. Oh gosh, David Moffett said, Bill, you probably drove right past him going from Philly to Bryan's.
Pittsburgh to Bryan.
He didn't go to my house. We met in
No.
Erie. We met in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh, you drove to
That
go.
was the halfway point.
Oh, that was nice.
The Cracker Barrel.
Well, who doesn't like to sit down and have a cup of coffee at Cracker Barrel? That's for
I was
sure.
waiting for you to come in. Are you ready? Nod your head.
Hey,
Hey, Johnny.
how
Hey,
y'all
Johnny.
It was very appropriate for you to come in here.
doing? Oh, very, very appropriate tonight for me to come in, huh? Very appropriate. Hey, Bill, my Alaska. What are you doing, Bill?
He's going out to check.
Cooking steaks.
Oh, my God.
Ooh,
Oh, look at that.
Those look good.
they
I haven't
really
eaten
do.
dinner yet.
Oh, okay.
They look.
That's a crazy looking light setup that you got there.
Well, it's a little bit on the dark side, so I got to use my headlamp.
Right?
Well,
Yeah, that's
How
quite
much
the
is that
headlamp.
tonight?
I mean, that's like a rocket booster for a.
Yeah, it's rechargeable, so it's nice.
Yeah.
it is.
So,
Yeah.
I
so,
was waiting for him to break out with the Chiquita song.
so it was appropriate for me to come in tonight. Okay, what are we talking about?
Well, take a moment and tell the people a little bit about what's going on with the meetup if you want to.
Okie dokie, guys.
Yeah.
Tin Killer Lake, Cherokee Landing State Park, April 26th, 27th, 28th
There
at
we
the
go.
Creek Shelter is going to be a YouTube meetup. And you guys, you know, if you were at Mid-America last year, you know exactly where it was. It's the exact same spot. The exact same spot. There are plenty of campsites, RV sites, full hookup sites available. There are 4 hotels within 15 minutes of the park. One of them is 4.5 miles from the entrance to the place, and that's Tin Killer Lodge. The
Cool.
other 3 are
Nice
right
place,
there.
by the way.
Tahlequah. Excuse me.
That's a nice place. That's where I stayed last year. Is
Okay.
Tin Killer Lake Lodge.
So
Okay.
Bill said it's a nice place, so we'll
you
take
did
his
like
word for it. And so there's restaurants everywhere. So anything that you want to eat, there is. All types of food. There are the Red Fern Festival is going to be going on that weekend in Tahlequah, which is a festival that came about because of the movie Where the Red Fern Grows. And so it's an additional draw to the area. So when you're at the meetup, you know, you can, you know, if you got some time, you can run up there and you can check that out, because we're going to be really laid back. So people should be able to just go and do whatever they want to do whenever they
So
want to do it.
awesome.
We're going to have a small giveaway. It's not going to be it's not going to be like a several hour long giveaway or anything like that. We're going to do a small, it's going to be like a door prize type thing. Are taking donations for that. If you've got things that you want to give, that's fine. We're putting that in there. And you know, it's just going to be, if you went to Pinecone Fest, that's what we're shooting for. We're shooting for what it was like at Pinecone Fest.
there should
And
be a raffle for
Huh?
there should be a raffle for who can donate.
a raffle for who
Yeah.
can donate.
You know, we all like to get in there and like you have a day and a half of giving things out.
No, we're not going to do, we're not going to do a 6 or 8 hour giveaway. It's going to be a really, really laid back type of deal. We're going to have MT Homestead said tonight he's bringing his Blackstone, not for him to cook on, for me to cook on. So that means I'll be cooking things, and stuff like that. We are, the park really loves it. They love the YouTube meetup. They really thought that was a neat idea last year, and they do not hassle anybody. People had it was just a good time. If you were there, you know what it was like last year.
That's
So,
awesome.
And we're
And so it's
just-
not like you have meals like planned. Everybody's responsible for their own.
we don't
food.
have any planned. We'll probably do something.
We'll probably do something Friday night and Saturday night.
Probably Friday night and Saturday night.
Yeah.
We will probably, we'll have some kind of plan for Friday and Saturday night, but the rest of the time, pretty much,
Yes.
on your own type of deal.
Right.
9
9 Acre Family Farm. Dale says it's good to know Johnny will be cooking for the weekend.
Well, hey Dale, I'm not the only one that's gonna be around there. So
Oh, Let's Trade Paint says they're bringing their Blackstone.
there we go. So we'd have 2 Blackstones there. That would be awesome.
That'd be great. Sherman's Family Farm says it was like a big family reunion, except everyone got along.
There you go. Exactly. And you can blame Josh for the reason why I'm late to your live
Hey,
tonight,
Mama,
because
okay.
he called me right at the end of MTs and we were on the phone. We were talking about camp spots and sites and things like that.
Okay. Gosh, I
So,
wish I
yeah,
could
you
be
can blame
there.
Josh.
I mean, I bet you
Oh,
somebody,
gosh.
if I could fly in, somebody would give me a ride.
Now what?
I said, I said, I bet there was some, if I could fly into something close, somebody would give me a ride. But
We would.
I
We'd get you
can't.
there. We would get you there.
I know you would. I don't, my aunt has that place in Florida that week. And
Oh. Well, I sure wish you could be there because it'd be awesome to meet you in person.
Well,
it would be great.
there's Pinecone Fest too, you know.
Yes,
Yes.
Pinecone Fest. And we talked to Randy and Julie, and I think it's going to be like the second weekend in October is what they're shooting for. And that's a really good time down there because that's about, the weather is really good in October down in Texas. It's not too hot and stuff like that. So that's a good time for that. And they're coming to this one. I think how many channels do we have right now?
38 confirmed.
38 confirmed right now.
Wow. How fun.
Yeah, 30.
You basically just started really talking about it.
We just
Yeah, it hasn't
started
even been a
talking-
week, right?
We just started talking about it Saturday. So we expect more to come along.
Yeah. We're some meet up loving people, I could tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna push.
So Bill, are you going to make it down next summer
I don't know.
or
It's gonna
this spring?
it's gonna be probably a last minute decision to come down or not. I got to see what's going on first.
Well, see,
I want
you
to
could come down
put it
and be
that
like
way.
on holiday, and you can just kind of stay a month, and you can catch like 3 YouTube meetups in a month right there.
Yeah,
And then
that's
you
true.
can-
Right.
and if you can work from home, you can just work from wherever you're at.
My wild
Not
home,
good.
Happen to be.
my wild home says they think they should try to make that one work out.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
And so, Brian, you said you're going to try to go.
Oh, yeah, like really.
You're going.
Yeah, he's coming. I mean, this whole thing was for, part of it was for Brian. We're like, yeah, Brian, you're coming. JB and Brian. So
Yeah, because I couldn't come to
you
Pinecone.
couldn't come to Pinecone Fest, and because of when it
Oh,
harvest.
come on. If you have any clout, you get her to do it one more week later. Then I'll come to the Pinecone Fest.
No, get them to do it a week later.
Just one more week later.
Do
Yeah,
one
no,
more
my
week.
auntie's already paid for that cottage, honey. And plus I have the Soul Family Expo April 5th, 6th, and 7th. So I will have already
That's what I
used the travel funds.
Yeah.
The Bar Run Forge meetup that I went to last year is going to be the weekend before. That means I have to drive 5 hours to go see him, and then come back, turn around 2 days later, and go to the Mid America or the 10 Killer meetup.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Melody,
How many hours is that a drive for you, Brian? To get to 10
About
Killer?
19. That's with staying. We'll stay overnight. Once.
Yeah.
We'll
Melody.
go Wednesday night, and I'll have to do my live on Wednesday night in the
Yeah.
hotel like I did last year.
All right, I see a question out there. Melody, you can bring like it's RV campers, it's tent camping if you want to do that. It's everything. Anything you want to bring. Airbnbs, there's every type of place that you could imagine wanting to stay around 10 Killer Lake.
You know, Melody and Ryan, I know that you would really enjoy.
Oh my gosh, they would have so much fun.
I know you, and I know that you would enjoy that meetup.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Meet me.
right.
You get to meet Brian. My goodness.
Well, I mean, the man in charge here, Mr. Johnny, already said that this whole meetup is because of you, Brian. It's in your honor.
I'm not the man in charge. This whole thing was because it's a dream of JB's. This whole thing is a pure Okie. This is her dream to have another meetup on Tenkiller Lake in 2024.
Oh,
And so we are making that dream come true. That's what's happening here. There's several channels. I think it's Let's Trade Paint, Rebel of Heart, 9 Acre Family Farms, us, White Rock Homestead, Christine Mrs. Gillum Farms, all putting this, trying to get this thing roll. Yeah, I said White Rock Homestead. We're all trying to get this rolling and everything. And then I'm sure I'll miss Oak,
oh yeah.
Outdoor Adventures with Carrie. Of course, JB, Pure Okie, and
Gosh, you're gonna have to have a list in front of you to be able to say all those people. I would forget half of them.
yeah, it's
Not on purpose. They're being, not that they're not valuable. It's just-
Rebecca. Yes, I did get the package today, and I'm going to open that tomorrow on our live. I've got a couple of packages to open tomorrow, and I thank you for that. And it did come. So
And
thank you.
who's doing my announcement for the cornhole board, so I don't have to get on that mic this time.
Are you
I'm
making
sure,
another?
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
That is
We'll have
so-
Dale do it.
Are you making another cornhole game?
I'm really thinking about it.
Hey, that thing was awesome last
It's
year.
gonna be
It
different.
was.
It
I
was.
made cornhole boards last time, but they have these really cool ones, and they are trainers. They're not. I mean, I don't see why you couldn't play a game on it just the same, but they're narrower. They're 1 foot wide by 4 foot long, and they're used for training. You train yourself so that you get better at it.
Oh my goodness.
So they're really cool, and I don't know if they're supposed to be a set. So if I make 2 of them, maybe separate people could win. I don't know. I have to look into it more. I still haven't played cornhole yet.
So Melody from My Wild Home says that she just has to say that Linda Peterson called me to remind you all to smash that like button. Her modem
that
isn't
reminds me.
working, so she can't be here. So that's why Linda Peterson is not here. Her modem isn't working, but she wants everybody to hit that like button. So I think that's great.
Thank you, Linda Peterson.
So Josh Sherman, he sent me a video, and of course he sent it from one of them weird Android things, and whenever it comes through sideways. But he wanted me to show this to Miss Ann, if you don't mind. Is there any way you can bigify me at all? And I'm gonna.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Hopefully you can see this. Hopefully you can see this. I mean, it comes from an Android, so it's going to be sketchy.
Hey, don't be cutting on the Androids.
So let me turn it up.
It's sideways, honey. Uh-oh.
Hang on.
It'll probably flip sideways if he tries to flip it the other way.
Okay, well, we can still.
We
Hang
can
on. Let me do this.
Oh, yeah, I was there.
So, you guys, here's that deal.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, so you guys, here with Aunt Dale. I must be a chicken egg. You must be a chicken egg. I'm here with Aunt Dale. Very sweet lady. She can't tell me no difference. She's really quiet. She likes me to do all the talking. She just likes to sit back and listen. But if you haven't went and checked her channel out, you need to. Aunt Dale Homestead, very sweet lady. Every Tuesday, she does Tuesdays. So I'll go check her out. Tell them Sherman's Family Farm sent you over there. Thank you.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
And
There's your shout out from
catch that.
Josh Sherman.
I try to catch that on Tuesdays too while I'm working.
I know you're working, honey. Yeah, I do have Tuesday. Yeah, I was quiet.
Hey, I don't need to be the whole screen anymore.
Sure you do, Johnny. Sure you do.
No.
Don't you hate that, Johnny?
Yes, I do. Have faith. That's right. I love that.
Oh no, I can't find the button.
And that's from Johnson.
We
Sisters.
found
Oh,
this,
nice.
or Sean found this of Let's Trade Paint. He found that right there at the shelter that we're going to be using for the meetup. and he gave it to Christine, and Christine it says #relocate me. It's a rock.
Mm-hmm.
And what she's going to do is she's going to take this thing to South Dakota the next time she goes. And
That's
she's gonna relocate
awesome.
it to
Cool.
South Dakota.
Does it have, what does it have on the back again?
It says East Lake Hills, Vian, Oklahoma, Johnson Sisters, #relocate me. And it is a rock. So it's a painted rock. It says have faith on it.
Yeah.
That's adorable. It is. Your hour is about. Don't we have to go for Old Man King Homestead?
We can stay a little while longer, but go
Okay.
over right now. It is 10 o'clock Central, and Old Man King Homestead is on right now. So
Mhm.
anybody who wants to go over there, skedaddle. You won't offend me.
I used to paint some rocks. I used to paint rocks, especially when my mother was ill and she was going through her chemo treatment. She didn't have chemo. That was when she was going through. When we found out she was already 91, she decided not to do any treatments, and she showed us how to do it. It was wonderful. Really, she had no pain and very little at bedtime. But while we were there in the house, helping to look after things, I began to paint rocks, and I would leave them all over Wilmington and all over. It was senior independent living that I call the Taj Mahal, because it was a fancy place. And but that was fun. I love that you have that rock there.
That's it's really cool. I was talking to, I think it was Ginger at Not For Nothing, and she said that she used to work at in a grocery store in the produce section, and she said they found stuff like this in the produce section all the time. People would come into the grocery store and hide it in the produce, and people would find it and then move it somewhere else.
Yeah.
That would be a really cool idea to do, and have your YouTube name on it, and then it would just go all over.
And see how far it goes. I know.
People,
and that
it'd be like,
Johnson Sisters. I'm gonna look them up. Maybe they got something going on. But this hadn't traveled very far, because Vian, Oklahoma is only like 25 miles from where it was. So it hadn't gone that far yet. Well, it's gone a little farther now. It's up here at our house, but
yeah,
it's gonna go on, because Christine's gonna take it with her to South Dakota next time she goes.
that's fabulous. I like the fact that they have that. It would be fun that they have where it originated from. I wasn't that smart. All I said was, move me or change me or something. I don't take me with you, or I don't know what I said on the back of them. Yeah. But what they did was good. And what would be fun is to, like you say, put your YouTube channel or Facebook channel or something on it, so that they could send a picture to your channel of the different locations. Wouldn't that be neat?
Yes, it would be.
I mean, this is just a brainstorm idea, so you can knock it down if you want. But maybe we could do that as a group at the meetup, and then put them all over the park.
That'd be pretty cool. Get some paint, sit down, make a rock, and just kind of. And hopefully your rock won't be the one somebody throws out in the lake.
Yeah. What you do at the meetup with painted rock.
Draw the, what is it called? What is that term?
Well, there's an art to it. I can tell you. It's a little more to it than what it looks like. But
yeah, this rock, they did some really good detail on it. I mean, they've got a little ladybug on there, and,
right?
All the veins and the flower and all that stuff. It's just, they spent some time on it for sure.
There is an art to it, with your logo on it. Dale says from 9 Acres.
Everybody
put your logo on it. Maybe we can get something we can
rock and chucks it.
We kind of we'll just take one of our stickers, wrap it around a rock.
That thing would be looking pretty sad out in the
Not a
wind.
bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all.
So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to get to meet Brian finally. That's going to be awesome. Hey, Bill, I was going to say, you changed your channel name. Do you have any of those hats left?
These ones?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So the ones that we have out here, and the one you have right there is it. So yeah, the Alaska Last Frontier.
The Alaska Last Frontier, yeah.
Yep, homestead. So he's now My Alaska. So I guess you're going to have to come up with new hats.
Yes. I'm coming up with a whole line of new merch.
All right.
And I am going to get these hats. Unfortunately, I found them on 2 different websites, and they're both out of them until like April.
Yeah.
Oh, hats are an issue, I think. Aren't hats an issue?
Just these ones with the American flag and the camouflage pattern.
Oh,
I've got one of those hats.
I love the build of this hat. I mean, this is a nice hat. It fits
Right.
the head good. Oh, this isn't the one.
I
I wear it often.
He wears it sometimes.
I was looking at Bill and thinking I was wearing it.
Yeah, it's a nice Ford hat there, Brian.
Yeah.
This is an old hat. This is my lucky hat. I don't know. I really like this hat because it's
You like that hat too?
a lot of memories.
Well,
That's good.
nothing wrong with that.
And you know what was interesting is Chris and I, when we finally met up and went on that hike, he had a hat. It was the same hat. It was a Ford hat, same body, but it had a little bit of a different print on it. And he bought it at the same time I did.
Oh, okay.
Well, that is nice memories. That's nice memories.
Absolutely.
That's good.
So, is your dad coming with you, Brian?
More than likely.
More than likely. Awesome. That's great. I think
sure hope so.
we weren't gonna stay down there. We were gonna just drive home in the evenings and stuff like that. But we went ahead and booked. I think it was the last site next to the shelter this evening. There's 6 sites right next to the shelter. There were 5 of them already booked, and we went ahead and booked the last one. I'm gonna go down the Deer Camp camper. I'm gonna go down and get it. We're gonna clean it up, and take it up there, and
Oh, I don't think you'll be sad that you've done that. Johnny, you and Christine are going to love it. Feeling like you haven't missed out on anything,
Yeah, and we felt like we may need to be there probably most all the time.
Yeah.
So maybe,
Yeah, you'll need to be there.
well,
Because that can go into the wee hours of the night and then get up in the morning early.
get up in the morning and start cooking bacon and eggs, ain't it? I think that's what we saw. I think that's I'm not sure if we're going to do. I know Pooch cooked bacon last year at Pinecone Fest, and we'll probably do something like that. Maybe cook bacon and eggs or something like that.
Cook those, what Robinson's Valley Acres cooked that first morning for breakfast.
At Pinecone Fest?
Yes.
Was that chocolate gravy or something I heard?
No, it was,
I missed out.
But
I
it
don't
was
know what it was.
a whole bunch of different leftovers meat, all scrambled up with eggs and stuff in a tortilla.
Yum.
Yes. So
Yeah,
what?
there- bacon, sausage, pepperoni, steak, couple pork chops, I think they cut up and put in there, and just a whole bunch of eggs all mixed together. It was
Wow.
delicious.
Well, Bill's bringing the steaks, right? And you're going to have
Yeah,
just
Johnny's bringing the steaks. He has cows.
We have cows, but none of them going on the butcher block before then. So
Oh gosh. 9 Acre Family Farm
Minus
says
1, minus 2.
now 9 Acre Family Farms is going to have to get a camper spot because we got a camper spot.
that's right, they do.
Yeah. Yep. There's a lot, Dale. You know, there's a lot. And, you know, I mean, there's 16 spots right there. And that, I think Josh Sherman got a spot a while ago.
That's
Or he's
awesome.
looking at a spot.
Y'all.
So, Josh, did you get a spot? We were kind of looking at a spot whenever he was talking to me earlier.
I'm
So
gonna have
we're
to
all
send
excited about
Dusty and
this thing, and
Lisa
I'm
with my
hoping
picture again.
you know it would be awesome if Miss Ann could come.
It would be.
And if you can get on a plane and end up, you know, in the area, we'll get you there. You'll be there. So just know that.
He tried to get you to do that for Pinecone Fest, and I would have if I could have.
Yeah, we tried to get you to do that. Yeah, we tried to get you to do that. We're like, if you can just get on a plane and get somewhere down here, we'll get you there. You know.
Thank you. I may have to think about that. I got to get my husband back home. We'll be driving. I got to get him back home driving. Maybe if we left a couple days early, and I might not be able to be there the whole time, but we'll have to. I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to.
Because I want to be there
She's
so
gonna
bad.
scheme.
You know what?
She's gonna think about it. It's gonna happen. Wait and see. Wait and see.
Yeah, I got to think about that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait and see.
That, you know, if we can drive 20 hours, stay overnight,
Yeah.
it's worth it. And I didn't regret it one bit.
Hey, last year I flew like 20 hours to get there,
That's right. That's right.
and then I drove like 3 or 4.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
flying.
Bill, you're coming to this one. I'm gonna bug you till you do.
So Dale's got a story. He said, "What's your story, Dale?"
Come up and tell it. What did I just see? You know what? I saw that Making It Home was in here.
They went over to Omain King.
Say hi to him.
Okay. Well, that was nice of them. Well, yeah. I did see a couple of people in the chat say
Beth Cornett's in here too.
hello. Sunday, that was chocolate gravy.
Mr. Leonard. Mr. Leonard,
Yeah, Mr. Leonard.
Mountain Homestead, is in here. That's Chris. That's
Oh.
Amy's husband.
He'll tell me later.
Oh, okay. He's got a story that he's going to be telling you.
Yeah.
Well, then look. You can't say it unless you're going to tell it, Dale.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah,
I tell my
There's
grandkids,
Chris.
you cannot whisper. You have to say it out loud.
there's Chris in his. He's got one of those heated vests we got to see last night on their live.
DJ Turner Rue is in here also. I don't know
Right.
if we invited him.
Poor
yet.
Phelps.
Yeah, I just saw Cora come in.
She's been in here. She's been in here for
That's
before
good.
before you were here, I think.
I met her at 10 Killer last year.
Yep. I
Kelly
think
is here. Rebel of Heart.
Yep.
Oh, Leonard Mountain Homestead wants to know what Dale knows now. His story.
Well, he said he did hashtag girly beard brush and hashtag wimpy vest. So
you just have to be there. You have to know. That's for Mr. Leonard Mountain Homestead. That's for him.
okay.
Yeah, that's. Hi, Evelyn.
Justin Backroad Freedom, if you're listening, and I know you watch it on the couch sometimes on your big screen, make sure you're getting your campsite set up because
Hi, Heather. Rebecca.
Yeah.
Rebecca's here. So yes, Rebecca, I got the hat. I haven't opened the package yet, but you know, this guy right up here isn't the only one with a Santa hat now. So,
Woo-hoo!
so
well, I guess you're
I'll
going to
be
be coming on
rocking that
Thanksgiving
thing
Christmas
tomorrow
again.
night at some point. Maybe not a long time because it's pretty well. It's going to be 60 tomorrow. It's going to be 60 degrees tomorrow, and then I think the high on Friday is 31, and I think that's like at the beginning of Friday, and then the bottom just keeps falling.
Falls out.
And we're going to be in the negatives the couple of days after that. So right now we're trying to, here we go with the hashtags. Yeah.
They don't need no heated coat. And
Oh, yeah.
Cora
I
says,
bet Johnny don't remember I was next to you, Bill, when you intro to them. That would be like at the meetup, I'm sure. Is that right?
What's this again?
Cora
Cora.
says, I bet Johnny don't remember I was next to you, Bill, when you intro to them, when you introduced to them, which would be, that would have to be at the meetup. And Cora, I'm sorry, I don't, because we were brand new to this whole YouTube family thing, and we didn't know anybody. And some, there were people that were that they just said hello to us, and since we didn't actually talk for any amount of time, it kind of went, because we were like, deer in the headlight, kind of
I'm sure.
way around there. And
that was pretty brave of you guys.
You were meeting me.
So, but I can assure you that if you come this time, we will know you and talk to you and all that stuff.
I sat with her for lunch.
Now I am, I'm first name basis with most everybody now. So
That's right.
So
That's right. Not all the faces will be new. All right, guys. This has been wonderful. Now I'm gonna do like my little puppy dog here.
Well,
Get ready
for a second, we'll close out.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to thank everybody that came into the chat. It's always nice to see everybody. Thank you for the moderators that protect my channel. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for all that came on the panel. It was fun tonight. I really enjoyed this. And we'll see you again next week. 9:00 Central, Wednesday.
Thank you, everybody. Or
Have a good
as
night.
Christine does, chilling with the yellow.
Man, that almost looked like Grover.